Hello, my name is Marvin Heemeyer. I am making this tape. I thought I should make it a year ago. Made part of it. Didn't like it. Really didn't think it'd make any difference if I did make it, but a good friend of mine said I should make it. He said I should sit down in front of a videotape machine and do it, but you're just going to have to take my word that this is Marvin Heemeyer. I'm living in Grand Lake, Colorado. And this tape is about my life since I come up here to Grand Lake in 1991.
And that's where everything would start to change for Marvin in the town of Granby. Marvin purchased his muffler shop at an auction. He was certain that the person he had bid against was not happy that he outbid him. Although later on down the line, that person says that there was no issue at the auction that day, he was pretty adamant that there was. So once he occupied the land, he found that the county wanted the building to be connected to the city and water lines, and Marvin found that there was just no reason to do that. However, the county didn't like that Marvin was refusing to do so and decided to fine him for not connecting to the lines. In order for Marvin to connect, it was going to cost him well over $40,000. He absolutely refused to do it. Now, it's not just the city sewer and water line that bothered Marvin. The city was going to allow a batch concrete company to build over by his property. Marvin had concerns about environmental factors, along with the dust going into his property and interfering with business. The batch concrete company was going to be upwind from his business. Therefore, when the wind would blow, it would come down range to him. Marvin fought tooth and nail during meetings with the city council, and then eventually they did go to court to stop the plant from being built. Marvin did lose in court, and it was from there he decided that God was guiding him to build this bulldozer and take down the town.
Gus Harris and Cody Dochev and the powers that be, the Thompsons, if they would have let me alone, I wouldn't have had this righteous anger that I have towards the Thompsons, their hierarchy, their attitude that they have left in that community for so many years, and so many people think like they do. Screw your neighbor.
During Marvin's 3-hour episode of destroying the town with the bulldozer, he destroyed 13 buildings. He did not harm any of the citizens. The townspeople and the officers did everything they could to stop him. They utilized heavy-duty machinery from construction sites. They utilized different types of weaponry, including C4. Nothing was taking down this bulldozer. It eventually stopped because it fell into a basement of one of the buildings, and ultimately he wound up taking his own life. Officers wound up having to use a steel cutter in order to get him out of the bulldozer, and by the time they were able to get him out, he was pronounced deceased. They did a search of his shed and found audio tapes, which are the audio clips that you hear throughout this video. They also found letters from him, and among one of those letters, he is actually now known famously for this quote that states, "I was always willing to be reasonable until I had to be unreasonable. Sometimes reasonable men must do unreasonable things."
I want to say that I believe that I am an American patriot. I believe in the free enterprise system. I believe in a level playing field of competition. If you want to change that level playing field of competition to your advantage, basically you give me license to do that also when my opportunity comes around. Because you're the ones, you are the leaders of the community. And you set the example, and you do the teaching, and you by through example, through your actions, you show the community how things are supposed to be done. I am one of the greatest followers you would ever meet, because I know you cannot be a good leader unless you are a good follower. I have followed all the parameters that was supposed to have followed to get that property. You, on the other hand, the town of Granby, the people of Granby, the leaders of Granby, have not. You have conspired against me. And that, in doing so, and I understand it's a conspiracy, we can't prove anything. And with you, the way you change your minutes at all your meetings, I understand that. It can't be proven. I'm not that diligent to catch every problem and attack everything that you do. There's too many of you. It's too big of a task. But you have given me license, through your example, to do what I need to do. When I do this, that levels the playing field in my favor. So now we've got a lopsided playing field. Because when I come back at you, I'm going to destroy your side of the playing field. I'm going to destroy you.